Jared Koenig now joins us, and I think this is going to be an interesting interview for me because I've actually known you. Look how tall you are now. You were like a little kid the last time I think we talked.
Yeah.
As I've known your dad for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember him talking about you're going to have a chance to play college baseball as you grew up there over the hill over 17. And you're like, okay, he's going to be a big-time prospect. And hearing about your journey and the fact that you're here now, it's truly an amazing story. I'm so happy for you, happy for your family. I think Father's Day was so incredible. Just what has this run been like for you and the family?
I mean, yeah, it's been incredible to say the least. A lot of perseverance went into this, and to continue the dream and support from the family and mom and dad especially, and it's been awesome.
And to get your first career win here in the Bay Area, and your dad, Father's Day in the stands, Greg, just what was that like?
That was awesome. It was a special moment to be able to do that, and I mean, have him here is even better for my third start, and just to be able to pitch somewhat more like I'm used to for myself, and to go out and give the team a chance, and then to be lucky to get a win, and then to do it on Father's Day, just even better.
You know, your first two starts, let's be honest, two of the hottest teams, I've been going through my notes, two of the hottest teams in baseball continue to be the Atlanta Braves and the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
On the road, packed houses. I mean, that's adversity right there with obviously a team like the A's that's struggling. What were those two experiences like for you?
I think they were great. Just the experience was awesome. It's great to learn. Yeah, I'm getting thrown into the fire and having to deal with it. I thought I competed really well in both aspects of the games. I didn't quite throw as well as I would have liked, but I think I competed. I think I showed a little more gumption and just the tenacity to want to compete and be out there. And yeah,
whether it's Kotsay or it's Emerson, you know, because at any point you can come up, you can have that start. You don't throw exactly the way you wanted. Boom, you can get sent back down immediately, right? You got a ton of options. So what did they say to you after both those starts that you knew you were going to get the ball again and then again?
I think that after the first one, I think on the news he had just said that I was going to get another start, and then the next day he came up to me and just talked to me and asked me like kind of what I thought, what I'm learning about, and then he said, well, just make sure you're ready, continue to start and get ready for Boston. And then after the next one, I think I'm not sure how that one came about, but I think the next day, same thing, just get ready for Kansas City. That's usually what he comes up to me during BP or before warmups and says, hey, keep going. You're throwing great. Keep grinding out there. And we know you can do this.
Now take us through the journey where whether you're pitching overseas, you're pitching an independent ball, at that point, do you ever really still have the dream that you're going to pitch in Major League Baseball? Or did you always believe you could be that guy?
I always believed I could be that guy. Reality would tend to set in a little more with just me getting older. Mainly the factor was just getting older and like, all right, my time's running out in a sense. And then it's like, I gotta start making an actual living to where I can not have to live at home and be able to live on and be able to do things on my own. And I got some other things I'd like to do, expensive hobbies, hunting and shooting. So it's like, there's other things I'd like to support for myself that I would want to continue to do that. But fortunate, stuck with it, and I got this opportunity, and I'm grateful for it.
I try and tell people all the time, you know, when you're not a bonus baby, and as you get older, there are some tough conversations, whether you got a wife, parents, or whoever saying, you know what, maybe this path isn't for you. You gave it a good shot. We love you. Now it's time to get a job, go get a career. And you want to always have the mentality, you want to wait to have the uniform ripped off you, right, till you're forced in.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so proud of you, is that you could have left easily.
Yeah.
And no one would have said a thing.
No.
I think Jonah Bride, I think Christian Bethencourt, I think guys like you are an inspiration to young players to let them know you got the rest of your life to work. Yeah, trust me. You got the rest of your life, kids, to work. I think what you've done is an inspiration. What does that mean to you if I say that?
That means a lot. I I think that's kind of my goal is just to be an influence, a good influence for someone to continue to learn, continue to grind, to believe in yourself, and to go after what you really want, and kind of never stop going after what you love. And it's kind of what I've done. I've been fortunate to be at least supported by my family with a roof, and then I can work and cover the rest myself for the most part, and go from there.
Talking about the difference, everybody says, "Well, what is it like?" It's the big league level, and it's like, well, sometimes when you're pitching down in Vegas and you're pitching he's got a big smile. He knows what I'm talking about. You're pitching in dry weather. You're pitching in the desert. You're pitching in elevation. All these places are horrific to pitch in, and these places are bandboxes. The balls are flying out. Coming to pitch on a cold night in Oakland's a whole different ballgame, but yet you're facing a different level hitter. What has the transition just been like for you from AAA to the big leagues? Because both leagues, where you play, atmosphere, ballparks, everything's so different.
I think the biggest thing's just adjusting. The first thing was being in Atlanta, 42,000 fans, and kind of adjusting to that kind of noise and everything around that. The next aspect is paying attention to the hitters, which I was so nervous I could barely think, and being able to watch the hitters, let alone shake off Murphy if I wanted to shake. Not that he was calling a bad game. I just wasn't like I wasn't in the right mind to where I could think about it. Like I had so much else going on. It felt like pressure. And then realizing that the hitters don't swing and miss as much. And then they recognize just a touch sooner the pitches, and they're able to hold up a little sooner versus getting like that kind of half swing that goes through. So that's been kind of the learning aspect with all of that.
Yeah, I've noticed you struck out a lot more batters down there than you have here. That's definitely been a difference.
Yeah, that's been a difference. And I think that tends to happen whenever I start. I just have to learn and figure out how to get the guys out again with strikeout pitches. But it's a constant learning game and adjusting and building off of each past experience.
Yeah, I love how when people make their debuts, everybody's like, just do what you do, breathe, relax, and your heart's about to pop out of your chest. I mean, when you're up there in Atlanta, I mean, obviously they're the defending world champions. You know all the names of their players. Take us through making that debut, and you probably can't catch your breath. You got dry mouth. It's humid.
Yeah, the humidity was a big factor. I mean, I haven't thrown in much humidity other than last year in the Texas League and a little bit in independent ball in different areas, but it was extremely humid, and it was one of the muggier days that I think they've had to start the year, the baseball season. And I mean, it's a great lineup, and trying to breathe was a task in itself, just trying to breathe.
And now where we are, you got your first victory. You now got a few starts. You're kind of, I wouldn't say you're totally used to it, but you're getting used to it. Just what does it mean to you that you could be doing this for, we'll just say whether you're with the Giants here, but any of the 28 other teams, you don't care, right? You're the big leagues. But to do it basically at home. Not a lot of guys ever get to play at home. What's that like?
It's something special. I mean, I grew up coming to these games, and I mean, going to Giants games obviously too, but here was a little cheaper, a little easier to get to sometimes. And you can get honestly better seats just because there's a few less fans here. But being here is awesome. The fans have always been supportive, and then being able to come here and then play. And I mean, I can tell you where I've sat in the stadium at some point, and I can look at those seats and I'm like, I used to be out there and now I'm out here, and it's something special. And I mean, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here, and can't thank the organization enough for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, I think over in Aptos and in the Santa Cruz area, you've been on local news and a lot. It's been big news that he's made the big leagues. What has that been like for, we know the family and we've seen family. I've been texting with your dad and, obviously seeing your family in the stands in the games, but just friends you grew up with, everybody, what's that been like for you?
Yeah, it's been hectic. After I pitch every time now, it seems like I'm on my phone for the rest of the day or into the next day. And just, it's like I'm trying to answer everyone to not be disrespectful, but I think sooner or later I'm just going to have to just like let it go, because it's a lot to take in, and kind of keeps me up trying to feel good about, because I'm getting back to them, other than feeling bad and just leaving on red. But it gets a lot to manage. But my friends have been awesome, and they've been supportive and reached out, and all of them. I got to see a couple of them yesterday on the off day, which was nice.
Yeah, no doubt. Finally be here, have an off day, relax a little bit. Going now, as you're going to head in your 4th, 5th, and 6th starts, what's the key in between starts for you to keep the mind and the body right?
I think just to keep doing what I've been doing and keep building off of each start, like I said, and with that, not trying to overload myself with information, and kind of just keep everything as simple as possible, but detailed at the same time.
How much video do you watch?
I'd say probably a couple hours worth in general over spurts. Nothing. I mean, my attention span to pay attention to stuff like that for multiple. I mean, for 20 to 30 minutes at a time is tough. So it's like 10, 15-minute spurts, and probably over 5 days, I'll look at the video and some hitters and kind of build off of that. Look at swing and miss, look at contact, and really that's about it.
Well, you're in the big leagues, man. Yeah. Like when you tell people you're living a dream, you are living a dream.
Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. I mean, can't complain about that one bit, and no one can really ever take that away from me. I've been a big leaguer now, so.
Well, ever since you got to AAA, we're like, man, if he ever makes it up, this will be great, because I haven't met you when you were a little kid, and following your story, and like I said, your story is very inspirational, and every start, every win, it gets better, and your story gets better, and a lot of people will look up to you. And I mean, no pressure that way, but it just shows you what you've done can show people there is a path. It just can't. Not everybody has to be a first-round draft pick. Not everybody has to be a bonus baby. It's believe in your dreams, and your dreams can come true.
Exactly. Yeah. Believe in yourself, trust yourself, and continue to go after what you want.
Well, it's an honor to have you on the program. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
We got more coming up next right here on A's Cast Live.